So we know that from the Nintendo Direct that would give us like games that are like a sequel to the games that we saw in 2017, which meaning like Splatoon 2, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle have been considered. And now that we are getting some new ones like Splatoon 3, Breath of the Wild 2, Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope, and I think a future Mario Odyssey 2, because I doubt it has been almost 4 years since the last Mario Odyssey game, and people are wondering if there will ever be a sequel on that. And on to that, I do have to agree. But I have a bunch of kingdom ideas I would really love to see in the game. And these are all in my opinion. Some of you might have different opinions on what specific kingdoms. We'll go through each kingdom one by one. Enjoy the video. A kingdom that I do see happening is a jungle kingdom. A kingdom where there's waterfalls and vines and tropical trees and beautiful things in the rainforest and all. And of course there will be a bunch of jungle animals as well, like tigers, elephants, gorillas, some beautiful birds, chimpanzees, and other animals that you see in the jungle. And I do see that happening. And maybe the Donkey Kong characters might even be in it, in case. If not, then there probably might be a Kong Kingdom afterwards. A kingdom that represents Donkey Kong characters, and they could help out with some specific puzzles and all that. And maybe the boss for this could be a giant monkey, like the one you see in the Jungle Book or something. It'll kind of be like that, like one of those. It would just be kind of having that Jungle Book reference or something. The next kingdom after that is French Kingdom, a kingdom based off of Paris. Even though in Mario Kart Tour there was this cup which they did show a Paris racetrack, and I thought to myself, wait, what if there was a kingdom on Paris called the French Kingdom? And this is what I think it should be called, where you get to explore the area of France and Paris, and you get to see the Eiffel Tower. You get to you get to talk to some of the people there. They're gonna be in French style. There'll be bread, tea. The boss for this I do see is a bulldog who shoots bread, French bread, while he's drinking his tea, and it's kind of like gonna be a big bulldog, and it just rampages you all around. The next one after that is Daisy's Kingdom, aka Sarasaland. Hence, I do think, since we did know Princess Daisy does own a kingdom in Sarasaland, why not have her own kingdom be Sarasaland, where you get to explore the area of Sarasaland, kind of have that little bit of that nostalgic memory in Super Mario Land, where you get to explore the area of Sarasaland and get to meet Princess Daisy there. The boss for this kingdom could probably be the Easter Island humans. The other one I do see happening is a mountain kingdom, a kingdom where there's lots of good mountains. The mountains that have like frosted glaciers in the mountains. There could be some in green, there's some in snow. And they could just be something that's so mountain adventuristic, with a lot of where there's mountains, there's waterfalls, there's beautiful rivers, and a bunch of terrain and beautifulness of the environment. And maybe the boss for this kingdom could probably be a giant yeti, where he comes up and you have to hit his head 3 times. And if you get close to him, he might throw you back all the way far away, and you have to run all the way to hit him. And that's what I think should be possible. The next kingdom is Hollywood Kingdom, a kingdom based off of Los Angeles, California, where in Mario Odyssey 1 we did get a New Donk City Metro Kingdom. And I feel like there should be more within the world of the real world. Like, we know French has been possible, we've seen other elements in the Mario Kart Tour, and why not a Hollywood Kingdom, a kingdom based off of Los Angeles, California. And you would be able to watch some movies there. You'll see the people, citizens, as you see, just like you saw in New Donk City and Paris Kingdom, French Kingdom. And you will be able to, there's going to be like pools around, famous houses, big buildings, and some good artifacts, movie studios, everything, the beautiful streets, everything you see that was in New Donk City and now appearing in Hollywood Kingdom or Los Angeles, California, whatever. I see that happening. It could happen. I do see it. The boss for this could be like a giant evil robot, the one you see in the movies, and the only way to beat him is you have to tear his whole body apart in order to win, and then explodes, and that's how it would be very interesting to see. The next one is Australian Kingdom, a kingdom based off of Australia, where you get to. The first half of the kingdom would be based on the city area, which of course would be Sydney or Queensland, and the other side of Australia would be the outback of Australia, where of course you will see wombats, koalas, kangaroos, and lizards, and other cool things you see in the outback of Australia. And it would just be really cool, and there would be a lot of things to explore within Australia around. And of course, the boss for this I do see happening is a robot kangaroo, where it'll kind of be similar to the robot kangaroo in Chibi Robo Zip Flash, but this one would be very different. The newest kingdom I do, another one would be Soviet Kingdom, a kingdom based off of Soviet Russia and the elements within. Like, there would be elements within Soviet Russia around. They would show a bit of ground, terrain, a bit of the city land, but also good artifacts within the area of Soviet Russia, like the Moscow buildings, like the cool castles and cool buildings of what they show within Soviet Russia. And I probably do see that happening for the future if they ever put that. And they could even probably put a boss fight with Bowser maybe in this area as well. Because, hey, there might be a Bowser Kingdom involving that specific genre. And the last one I think do see happening is a Dog Kingdom. Or a dog with an island involving dogs. You know, it's a fun fact because in Bowser's Fury there was Lake Lapcat, or Cat Kingdom, where there was an island full of cats. Meaning everything you saw was cats. So why not go for an island kingdom that's involving dogs? And I feel like this should do the same thing. But not only would you just explore with Cappy and your characters, but I think you also get other cool power-ups as well. Like the regular power-ups, but then a new power-up, which I think is going to be a new one, a special dog power-up, where you get to do cool dog abilities. And there might be a chance you might activate the Giga Dog Bell, or some dog power-up, you know, something that Bowser's Fury already did, but make it do the same thing again, as it would be more interesting and you get to do the insane stuff in that kingdom. I do see happening that very soon. Now, before I even go and mention the other kingdoms that I'm going to go over, I want to go over an honorable kingdom that people have been mentioning a lot lately, and that's Isle Delfino as Delfino Kingdom. Hence, people are really wanting to see this become in Mario Odyssey 2, because in the globe of Mario Odyssey 2 1, we did see Isle Delfino on the map. So I doubt that maybe Isle Delfino as Delfino Kingdom could probably become a future one for the sequel, if it ever happens. The next kingdoms are Yoshi Kingdom, a kingdom involving Yoshis. This would kind of have the world kingdom of Yoshis, where you get to hang out with the Yoshis, you go on adventures with the Yoshis, you do the stuff that the Yoshis did in the Yoshi games, and instead of stars you get flowers, and those flowers get transported to the Odyssey, like it is kind of like how in the Mushroom Kingdom in Mario's Odyssey 1 you get stars instead of moons. So it would make that weird nostalgic thing I do see it. And the boss for this could be Bowser Jr., because after all, he was the main villain in the Yoshi series. The same for Bowser. We could have a Bowser or Bowser Jr. fight happening. The next kingdom I see is a Bollywood Kingdom, a kingdom on India, where of course you get to see all the elements of India. You get to see some of the cool castles, the beautiful Indian Empire, the industry of Bollywood, and see all the coolest things that Bollywood has in the terrain, the atmosphere within. I do see that happening. and the boss for this could be King Goomba. Hence he could be a returning boss from the series, because he has not been in a long time, and I feel like he needs a time to come back very soon. So yeah, bring it back. He has appeared in Mario 64 on the DS, so why not bring him back in another 3D Mario game? The next kingdom is a Pirate's Cove kingdom. A kingdom involving pirate ships and pirate skulls and pirate seas and all the other pirate dimensions and all that. I do see that like happening to the next realm, where you get to go to you see pirate treasures, which they'll unlock to moons, and you see pirates. You get to see treasures of coins and all that. It'll just be like the ones you see like in Pirates Cove and Plants vs Zombies or other areas in the pirate world. The boss for this could be one of Bowser's airships becoming a pirate ship, and it'll just kind of have that the fighting airship battles that you had in New Super Mario Bros. Wii and Wii U. So it'll kind of have that thing. The other kingdom is a medieval kingdom, where a kingdom based off of the Middle Ages or medieval times. Hence, in Mario Odyssey 1, we did get the Ruined Kingdom with the dragon, but it felt like it wasn't enough. So I feel like they just should put more potential on this and make it expand more by adding more medieval stuff, adding dragons, knights in shining armor and all that. Make it really medieval and make it stand out perfectly, of kings and queens and all that. It would make it perfect. A boss for this would still be a dragon, but a different design of it. I do find it to be different if they change it, or maybe they could stay with it as well. Maybe bring another dragon in as well when you're trying to approach the next kingdom. Another kingdom would be the Brazilian kingdom, a kingdom based off of Brazil. There has been a lot of memes on the internet describing Mario going to Brazil, and there's memes involving it. But what if that meme actually came to life and there was a kingdom of Brazil called the Brazilian Kingdom? And I probably do see that happening for Mario Odyssey 2, because it would just finally have like something to do with meme culture. And somewhere in for bosses, I think it's either between the Brutals or the Koopalings to appear as a boss. Hence, I do believe in the Koopalings or the Brutals could somewhere appear within those kingdoms that I am talking about. The next kingdom is the Carnival Kingdom. You know, where you see Ferris wheels and merry-go-rounds and slides, high dives and water rides and all that. It would make it look really good, like an amusement park or something of a carnival, and maybe fireworks could show up around, and it would kind of bring back the feeling of World Bowser from Mario 3D World, and maybe somewhat. And maybe for bosses, my bosses' choices are either between of returning ones from 3D World being the Histocrats, Multi-Boss Blob, or Bowser's Car returning. One of these bosses from 3D World could make a chance, or maybe all of them. It doesn't matter the specific nostalgic references to 3D World. The other kingdom I see is Ancient Rome Kingdom, a kingdom based off of ancient Rome or ancient Greece. Even though in the same kingdom in Mario Odyssey 1 we did get some ancient Egypt artifacts, but we don't see the pyramids in Egypt as well. So it makes sense. But I think ancient Rome or Greece could make an appearance. You could see all the beautiful artifacts of Rome or Greece, and maybe see some of the domes and all that. You could see all the stuff that Rome and Greece had and discovering. And maybe the boss could have you fight a bunch of gladiators until there's no more gladiators, and then a giant gladiator would show up, and you have to hit him 3 times by hitting his head 3 times, and he'll tumble down that way. And the last and final one being the Star Kingdom, a reference nostalgic for Super Mario Galaxy 1 and Galaxy 2. It would be really cool to have the bringbacks of the Mario Galaxy nostalgia, because in Mario Odyssey 1 we did get the Moon Kingdom, but I think we should discover a little bit more in space ideas for a kingdom. And I think if for a Star Kingdom to happen, the Odyssey would go down to Rosalina's Comet Star Retreat ship, and then move on. You could travel to any specific galaxies without collecting some stars. And for a final boss kingdom, I do see the Mars kingdom, a kingdom of Mars, because in Mario Odyssey 1 we did get Bowser takes Peach to the wedding in the moon. So I feel like they should do the same thing similar to Mars, where they do the same thing with the moon. And it would probably involve a different title of a final boss this time than that. There could be some differences within, and I do see probably that happening. And there you have it. Some of the kingdoms that I really want to see in Mario Odyssey 2, if that ever happens. And hope you like my ideas, and comment down below on what kingdom ideas do you see appearing in Mario Odyssey 2. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to leave a like and subscribe, and don't forget to post notifications as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.